Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Math 10C, Lesson 2, using the tangent ratio to calculate lengths. Now, if you've been subscribed and following my videos, you realize I'm not doing this in quite the same order as they're listed. I talked about sine and cosine ratio, chapter 2.4 first. I would suggest you go watch that video where I talk about where sine, cosine, opposite, and adjacent comes from. Then watch lesson 1 where I talked about the tangent ratio. Now, last lesson we talked about tan of theta is the opposite over the adjacent. Now, I also mentioned this version of the formula, opposite equals adjacent times tan, is a nicer version when you want to calculate lengths. All right. Now, this opposite equals adjacent times tan is not on your formula sheet. I do suggest you write it down. Now, let's do a few of them to see how useful it is. So if I go, what's the side length of BC? First thing that pops into mind is, what the heck's BC? Well, BC goes from point B to point C. Now this is the adjacent side of the angle here. So we have opposite is adjacent times tan of theta. Now in this instance, the opposite, the side opposite our angle, 10 centimeters, equals the adjacent. I'm going to call that BC times tan of 30 degrees. Now, grabbing Mr. Calculator, tan of 30 is 10 centimeters is BC times 0.577, call it 4. Now, a couple of things. Note, I go to 4 decimal places with the tangents. Now, find side BC, divide both sides by 0.5774. So BC, 10 divided by answer, do not go 0.5774, Mr. Calculator will remember the 6 or 8 or 10 decimals, 17.3205. Let's round that off to 1 decimal place. So from here on in, let's go to 1 decimal place. So that is 17.3. All right? So far, so good? All right. Now, here, I want you to find this side on this triangle. Now, a couple of things. This will be angle theta, and this is the side opposite, adjacent. So I want you guys to do the calculations for this one. Pause the recording, come back and check. All right, welcome back. So opposite equals adjacent is adjacent, 4 meters times tan of 33 degrees, opposite. And notice I'm showing all steps. Tan of 33, 0.6494 is opposite, 2.597, 2.6 meters. All right, so far so good. Now, everyone got that? All right, one thing I want to point out. The last triangle, I labeled it like side A, B, C. Okay? Now, angle A, side A is opposite angle A. Side B is opposite side B, and side C is opposite side C. So sometimes we'll talk about side A instead of side BC. This is BC. We'll also talk about this as side A. Remember that. And note angles, capital letters, sides, small letters, just to confuse you. Okay? Now, let's try here. You guys find these opposite sides. I'll do one with you, then you can well, let's do this one together. Opposite, adjacent, tan theta. I'll do this one with you, then you pause the recording and do the red one. The opposite is 12 inches times tan, 40 degrees. Opposite is 12, tan, 0.8, 391. Opposite is 10.07, 10.1 inches. All right. Now, pause the recording, come back, and we'll check the red one here. All right, welcome back. Opposite, adjacent, tan theta, 5 centimeters times tan is 70 degrees. Times 2.7475. Opposite is 13.7 centimeters. Now, from our crude drawing, I agree with that. 70 degrees is a lot bigger than 45, so the adjacent side is smaller than the opposite. All right, so here's two more. I'll do the red one with you, then you guys pause the recording, come back and check your answer for the black one. Opposite is adjacent, tan theta. The opposite is 3.5. I'm going to drop the units to save space. Adjacent times tan of 20 degrees. 3.5 equals adjacent. Tan of 20. 0.3640. And how do you get rid of times 0.3640? Divide both sides by 0.3640. 3.5 divided by answer. Adjacent is 9.6 centimeters. And looking at our crude drawing, that's 3. Then yes, 9.6 is reasonable. Now, you saw how I did that. Pause the recording, come back, and we'll compare answers. Welcome back. When I did it, and notice I did all the steps and showed all the work, tan of 42 degrees is 0.9004. I got the adjacent is 8 centimeters. From our crude drawing, I believe that. All right, guys? Now, so a couple more. Side H. Remember, it's not labeled. It'll be the side opposite angle H, which is on this triangle, the adjacent. And this is the opposite. All right? Now, you guys want to do that? No, I didn't think so. Let's skip it and keep on going. So, here, I'll do the green one, or I'll do the green one, you guys do the purple one, okay? So, opposite is adjacent, tan theta. Now you notice I keep writing out the formula because I have to go, do I multiply or do I divide? Well, it all depends on what side I'm looking at. This is the angle here, this is theta, so this is the opposite. So I'm finding the opposite here, which makes this one easy. I just multiply. 250 meters, tan is 75 degrees. 50 meters times 3.7321. The opposite side is 933.0 meters. All right. Now, let's pause the recording. You do the purple one, come back and check answers. Okay, welcome back. I got, since this is the opposite side, I got the opposite is 1.7 centimeters. P. Oh dear, I can see Miss Tompkins yelling at me for. Anyway, write out your letters. Now, so far so good. So, do we want to do how tall is this lighthouse? Not really. I mean, it's the same sort of question. I want to skip on to a word question. So, yeah, I know I shouldn't be skipping questions, but you guys show me you know this stuff. Anyway, so word questions, turning words into an equation. Sorry, and then putting the numbers into the equation. That's what you guys have trouble with. So, a helicopter is descending vertically. That is, it's going down. On the ground, a searchlight is 200 meters from the point where the helicopter will land. It shines on the helicopter, and the angle the beam makes with the ground is 43 degrees. How high is the helicopter at this point? Now, helicopter is descending vertically, so it's going straight up and down. Notice there's a picture here. So, important information. Searchlight's 200 meters from the point where the helicopter will land. We're going to a drawing down here. This is 200 meters. The other number in here, beam makes with the ground, angles 43 degrees. How high is the helicopter? We want H. Now it's easy to solve because we put the numbers into the drawing. Sometimes I don't give you the drawing, but anyway. What is the equation we've been dealing with all lesson? The only equation? Opposite is adjacent times, tan theta. If this is the angle, this is the opposite, this is the adjacent, and we plug the numbers in. So I'm going to pause the recording. You guys plug in the numbers. We'll come back and check our work. Okay, so opposite is adjacent times tan of theta. The adjacent is 200 meters. The angle theta is 43 degrees. Tan of 43 is 0.9325. I got a height of 186 meters, which is reasonable. All right? Now, one last, you guys got this? Well, I think you do. So, I'm going to leave you one last question. If you guys know how to do this, go do your review question, or check your understanding questions. If you don't, work on this one and come back and we'll compare answers. Okay, welcome back. When I did this, opposite is equals adjacent times tan of theta. 100 feet equals adjacent times tan of 60. 60 degree tan of 60 is 1.7320. Divide both sides by 1.7320 to get the adjacent. This is why I write out the formula, because I can never remember. Do I multiply the two numbers together? Do I divide? I look at the formula and I solve. All right? Anyway, 100 feet divided by 1.7320, I got 57.7 feet. 57.7 feet. From my crude drawing, that's reasonable. All right. Now, that's it for me. Go work on check your understanding questions. If you got questions, see me in class. Thank you.